just get the thing online real quick. Alrighty though. So, guys, we are going to be leveling a hunter up. The rule set for this kind of thing that I'm doing here is I'm going to have I'm going to try to only do the quests. I'm not going to have any heirlooms. I'm not going to probably for the first little bit, probably not group. I might group later on to do some things, but obviously for the first part, I won't be doing any group activities with anybody. And the goal here is to actually just go through the game, just doing your quests and stuff like it was originally intended. And not accepting any gold from anybody. I have to earn all my gold either via the auction house or via getting it from quests, that sort of thing. So with that all being said, this will be the kind of current project for the channel and the Twitch going on forward till Legion. So I'm gonna set up the stuff tomorrow for like the rules and stuff, and then go over them again and kind of maybe, you know, tweak some, and the others might be ended up a little different. But anyway, we're gonna start. Blood Elf Hunter. If I wanted to min max, I kind of could have gone a Orc Hunter, because I can see the Orc Hunters being very powerful when Legion comes, considering that Survival and Beast Mastery are going to be using a pet, and pets under command of an Orc are dealing 1% more damage. So that's if I want to min-max. I'm not going to min-max, so yeah. I might throw this guy in the guild to Thorian Brotherhood later on, but I don't think there's anyone online right now that would invite me, so we're just going to kind of run through the whole thing right now solo. And again, like I said, we're going to try not to do any dungeons. We're not going to try to accept too much help from people. I mean, if there's someone doing the same quest that we're doing, we'll probably go do it, but we're going to try to solo the game mostly. And I don't want people to mistake it as an Iron Man challenge. It's just a personal challenge for me. So when you see me putting on greens and blues and stuff that I pick up, it's not me cheating. I'm not doing an Iron Man challenge. I'm doing a Hal wants to level the way it was before heirlooms type deal. So we're gonna just zone in here. And of course, the nostalgia for being a Blood Elf is because my first character on the Horde side was, or my first serious character on the Horde side, let's say, was a Blood Elf Paladin, and it's actually the original Pally that I am playing today with Nalagag, or I've played today and other days with Nalagag. Okay, we've zoned in. We're gonna, everything's set up, thank God. And we're gonna start our journey here. So we're gonna be doing this quest, simply getting the arcane silvers from all of these guys. We're actually just killing them. Now you can see I have no heirlooms on. The only thing I have on is the original gear that you start with. And we will not be obtaining any heirloom gear. We will not be using any heirloom gear. We're going to level through the game without the use of heirlooms. So this may involve me actually going and grinding. It may involve me If I get to the point where there's a quest that I can't do, like it's too difficult, then I might have to go out and grind until I get the proper level. And already we can see a big difference. If I was using the heirlooms, we would probably be almost level 3 by now. So, for those of people who think the heirlooms don't make too much difference, for someone who seriously levels a character, yeah, they probably do. And that's for someone who, like, really wants to blast through stuff. Now, if I wanted to blast through stuff and I'm not going to use heirlooms, but I still want to boost, then that's when you would probably go ahead and make a DK or make a monk. Now we're going to go get some Lynx pelts, I believe. Or the collars off of some of these spring paw cubs and stuff. Now, notice that we don't have our heirlooms on, but we're still hitting like a truck. And it just goes to show you that the power of the game has kind of changed from the original. I know if I would have leveled a Blood Elf Hunter originally, it would have taken 4 or 5 shots to kill one of these spring paw cubs, but I mean, as the game goes on and just specs change and such, it just goes to show you that there's a lot of power behind the character, even if you don't have your heirlooms on. Okay, very good. We're going to go around the side because we are going to kill a few of them on the way. Just for that extra little tinge of experience before we go past stuff in. I was kind of telling Nalagag the other day that I wanted to kind of do something like this, where yes, I'm going to be leveling a character. Yes, I'm going to be pushing as fast as I can through this character, but I don't want to do it with the heirlooms. I don't want to be overpowered with the heirlooms. And from what I can see now, it's just because the specs are overpowered. And I'm not even spec. It's just because the classes are in a different level bracket now. It says that they start at 1, but I'm telling you, they're probably starting off at level like if it was scaled accordingly. Let's just say that every expansion that's out right now is an additional level that is supposed to be added onto level 1. So you've got Burning Crusade, which was the original one, right? You've got... So, from Burning Crusade on, it's been adding like another level that's not shown, let's say. So, Wrath, Kata, Miss Pandaria, Warlords. Already 4 extra levels, basically. Let's just say that there's 4 extra levels on the level 1. So really, your character's strength from level 1 is actually the character strength of a level 5 back in the day. And I mean, I played in BC. I loved the fact that the power has kind of gotten, like, you know, bigger. And it just goes to show that anyone who thinks that they are a good player nowadays probably wouldn't have lasted too long on BC. I know personally that BC, I had a tough time. Not so much a tough time, just more of a slower time leveling, because I was a prop pally. I leveled from level 1 as a prop pally. So from 1 to 70 back in Burning Crusade, I was a prop pally, and I started off at level 1 and never switched out. I don't think I ever went ret, actually, back in the day, to be honest with you. It was weird. I always went, when I went to raid with, like, bugs and stuff, it would be like, well, we need an off-tank, and I'm like, hey, I'm a pally, I'll off-tank for you. Fine by me. And most of the time, it's like a druid telling me, oh, you don't need to do anything, just kind of hang back and try not to die. Basically, I was brought there as extra DPS. And in case the first tank went down for like 2-3 seconds, they'd be like, "Oh, we gotta get that tank back up somehow." Just look at the power that we've got here. Again, back in the day, the only way I would have been able to do anything with these is if I was on my pally. If I was playing on my pally, I'd be able to gather them all up with one hit each and continuously grind these until I was a higher level, like level 5. And it's so sad to think about it now that way, nowadays. Like, seriously. I wouldn't have dared come down to this area back in the day either because it was, a lot of people forget, but before they did, like, all this revamping and kind of changes and stuff, if you went into the starting area, you had mobs that attacked you. They were not passive, they weren't passive like, yellow mobs. They would just outright attack you for no fucking reason. It'd be really great. I figured I'd stream a little bit, get the starting video out before I, head to bed. I'll head to bed at 1, so we got about a good hour of leveling to go through. Is talking to the plaque one of those? Yes, it is. I might as well go up and do that while I'm here. And if you ever tune in to the stream, which is where I'm recording this right now, I'm recording it through OBS and playing on the stream, but if you ever drop by the stream and you see it say Oldschool WoW Leveling, it is not me on a private server. I am legit just doing it this way on the current server. What I might do at some point, though, is... actually, you can't do that, never mind. I was gonna say I was gonna do like kind of a stream of old school leveling, but like a legit old school private server, like one that was like from those exact times, like a Astralis or something like that. But I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to. I'm pretty sure that if they see you doing that, you'll get banned. So I'm not gonna risk the Twitch channel. I will not be risking it for the biscuit. Yeah, there's nothing that says that I can't grind out on these mobs towards my quest objectives and stuff, so get used to killing a lot. That's why I chose a hunter. Hunter is kind of the easier thing to level. I could have done a melee class, but I don't have a ranged class that's a high level. Well, I have a warlock, but I really don't have a ranged class that's, you know, gonna go to 100 and plus. So I think I might end up taking this guy to 100, and I was thinking about maining a pally again, but in retrospect, I don't want to be coaxed into trying to tank again. I'm done tanking. The only thing I tank is dungeons, and you know, melee's in a weaker spot right now. And if I want it to be melee, the hunter is going to be moved to a melee spec anyway for survival. So I don't really have to worry too much about feeling like I don't have a versatile amount of things to do. I am going to be very busy with the fact that I can gear up a pet with I gear up a a spec with no pet or a spec with pet, and their gear types are probably going to be completely different. Yeah, not getting too much off of these little mana wraiths, but I mean they are an extra 25. They are an extra 25 points of experience each kill, so I'm not gonna pass them up. Yeah. I think what's also going to happen here is certain points throughout the week, I might not. Let's say I'm streaming on Twitch a lot more. I'm probably going to try to stream on YouTube as well because their streaming service is kind of okay, and the way it's set up is a little bit better than Twitch's kind of dashboard look thing. But at the same time, Twitch is more user friendly. It's more functional. It's got the bigger population on it. It's got a lot of those things. So, and again, that's like stuff that you'll hear in the coffee talk at some point because when Tor releases it, you guys will hear it. And probably around that point, I'll put out the video of. Actually, now that I can record like Steam games and stuff, I'll probably be doing like a let's play of. Well, let's experience Goat Simulator. I kind of did a fun little bit with that, and a lot of people laughed at it when Nalagag was cracking up in the stream about it. So. It will not be that bad. And I'm trying to, I got in my head now that I'm going to try to stream a lot more, but those streams are going to be moved over to the YouTube page. So if you want to watch the streaming and stuff live, and you're watching from YouTube right now, you can head on over to twitch.tv/Alvanas, in which case there's going to be my channel pop up. You will hit the follow button, and it will notify you when I go live, usually by email, or you can send us a phone notification, I think, as well. Let's kind of just equip stuff that we can here. Every little bit of HP and stuff like that helps. Okay. And we're just blazing through these tender, kind of like a chicken tender, except it's a Trient. A Trient tender. Oh, that sounds gross. A good thing about the streaming too is I can sit there and stream for hours, because basically how it goes is I don't do anything really except for work. I don't do anything but eat, sleep, work, and talk with my girlfriend and hang out with my girlfriend. So, when I can stream when I get home from work, relax, sit here and have maybe a couple beers or something, chill out with, Nalagag and Vance or Skype, or Tor, do some fucking heroes and stuff, like we'll just do some co-op games and all that shit. So great. We do Dragon Ball Xenoverse and stuff. I mean, all that stuff is great, and more of that is coming to the channel more and more. With the other great thing with the starting to stream a little bit more is that I'll be able to start uploading these to YouTube. I give you guys a little bit more content if you guys are watching any of the content on my YouTube channel. Um, you know, all the weird things. And if I happen to be talking about anything, and let's say I say something that can be taken as negative towards one of my friends, come out and say it right now that I will be perfectly fine with taking responsibility for that. Alright, now we're gonna head over here to the Arcane Sanctum part. Again, we're already level 6. We've been playing for probably about 20-30 minutes, about a half hour. If you're wondering how the YouTube upload is going to go, however long I deem it, I think probably we'll release it as an hour thing. So for an hour is when I'm leveling and stuff, right, on this character. If the first one's like an hour and a half, the second one will be anywhere from an hour to an hour and a half, or even more. I could go further. There's no set time in which I'm going to be stopping. There's no set time in which I'm starting. If I feel like leveling this character, then I'm going to hop on Twitch. I'm going to pop it on to the old OBS and record it while I'm streaming it, and you know, send it off as it goes. Now, a long time ago, and this is the other thing I really like about this, is I can start telling you stories of when I started playing and stuff. One of the greatest things that ever happened to me was after I was coming through this area. No, actually, I'll tell a different story. The great one will be when we get into Silver Moon City, or the lands there, the Ghostlands. When we get over there, that's when the other good story starts. But this story, leveling up, just first starting in as a you know, paladin. I was leveling up. As I was going through this area, I got a whisper from this guy, and he's all like, you know, why are you just rounding up all the mana worms? And that, remember where I told you back at the start there when I was when I first started that as a paladin I'd go and grind mobs because I was always watching Hobbs, and AoEing stuff down was the best way to go. So I just pulled everything onto me, and we started, you know, pulling things, right? Anyway, this guy ends up asking me what's going on. I'm like, look, I'm just doing this to get some experience. If you need some of these things to kill, I'll move away from this area. And he goes, well, no, I don't really want that. He goes, I'm just looking to recruit people to my guild. And it kind of ties into the Silver Moon story. Anyway, I'm sitting there, like, okay, whatever, right? Like, you know, you've got what you wanted to talk to me about. It's like, okay, you're looking for people to join your guild. I'll join your guild. I didn't know what a guild was at the time. Wasn't really into that, all of it. It was just new to me. The whole game was starting to be new to me. And he invites me to this guild. And I'm like, okay. Anyway, this guild is called Atomic Bomb. And then at the time, this guy was the guild leader. He starts talking about all this stuff. He's all like, look, you need something, you know, let us know. You know, we'll try to do everything we can to make you comfortable and stuff. And okay, I said, yeah, all right. I don't play very often. I was in school a lot, so I stayed. I didn't like skip school like everybody else did. So I kind of stayed in school. Anyway, all that goes by. We're just sitting there talking, and he says to me, So how often do you play? I said, well, I probably won't be playing a great amount. You know, maybe a couple hours after school. Stuff. I still had homework and stuff to do, so that's, you know, it's understandable. He goes, okay. I logged back in the next day. Probably, well, no, wasn't the next day. It was probably like a day or so afterwards. I logged back in. Anyway, I sat down to the computer, turned on the game, logged in. I was kicked from a guild. I was like, okay, what the hell's going on here? It kicked from the guild. He whispers me. This guy that, you know, that whispered me before. He goes, oh, I'm sorry that we kicked you out. We're having some drama and stuff. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. I have no problem with that. I go, can I get an invite back? He goes, nah, I'm gonna be selling the guild. And I'm like, okay, go ahead, man. Like, I didn't know anything about this at the time. It's like, oh, he's selling his guild. He probably would have got a lot of money from it. Anyway, I come back to... I just come back from the Ghostlands. I go to the Silvermoon City. This is where Silvermoon City kicks in. Silvermoon City, of course, has the trade chat. I'm looking at the trade chat and stuff. You know, I'm looking to see if there's anybody doing runs or something like that. You know, trying to get some quick levels. Quick back in the day was it was kind of... It wasn't quick. It was... It was efficient. It was a bonus. It was a boost. It was something that no longer exists, really. Power leveling is a joke right nowadays. It can be done too easy, and you can basically power level yourself as a character now, so it doesn't really matter. Anyway, looking into the trade chat and stuff, seeing if there's any runs or something. Nothing's popping up. But I see the guy that whispered me from before. The guy who was that guild leader. He goes, want to sell guild, want to sell guild, want to sell guild. Like, he was getting frustrated. Anyway, apparently no one wanted to play his guild. Because Atomic Bomb, not really the greatest of names. But, you know what, I like it. I roll with it. Well, I messaged him and I said, look, I was kicked from the guild. And you obviously had talked to me beforehand. I said, look, if you want to get rid of that guild fast, I'll take it. I'll take the guild. Because I've never been a guild leader. You know, I always wanted to try it after I found out what a guild was sort of like. Because that one night that I was in it, it was so talkative, people were on. He kicked everybody from this guild. I get it back. And I shit you not, he goes, good luck with this dead guild. It's a piece of shit. All the people in it are like despicable and stuff. He goes, that's why I kicked a lot of the people. I just wasn't sure whose alts were. I would have left you in if I would have known that you weren't like somebody's alt. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Anyway, he gives me this guild and disappears. He's gone literally for about almost to the point where I started talking to Tor, and he kind of like contacted me through YouTube and stuff. But yeah, I was talking to Tor, and kind of look around after I, you know, raise this guild back up. I make it from scratch, get people into it. Those people are starting to work together. They're starting to help people. You know, it's amazing, like the kind of camaraderie that's going on. This guy whispers me. He goes, hey, I see there's a lot of people online in the guild. I said, yeah. A few people on. I had about 13, 14 on. Back then, that was something huge for me. I'd never had been in a guild before with any members online, let alone 14 of them. So fuck it, I was doing great. He whispers to me. He goes, yeah, that's great, man. So when am I gonna get the money for my guild? And I said, what? He goes, yeah. You owe me money for the guild. I'm like, I told you I'd take the guild from you. I told you I wanted the guild. I never said anything about paying you. He starts flying off the handle. He goes, I want back in the guild. I want back in. And I want control of it because you were conning me and stuff. I'm like, dude, you've been gone for like months. How do you even? Why would you even want it? How did you remember my name? Let alone, talk to me. And by then, like by this time, I was probably about, I want to say like in the 60s. Because you gotta remember, I started off from level 1 when I first joined this guild. When I picked the guild up, I was probably about level 20. Level 20 to level 60. There was 40 levels there. That was 40 levels that were really, really hard to get, as I only did quests. So, I had a fair amount of time in between receiving this guild and getting this other message. I told him, like, no, dude, you're not getting anything. You're not getting any money. You're not getting the guild back. You gave it up. You quit and disappeared. Fuck it, I'm done. Well, he threw a temper tantrum. He started cussing me out in trade chat and stuff. To the point which I said, you know what? If you continue to do this, I'm gonna get the guild name changed. He goes, how are you gonna do that? There's no such thing. And remember, there's no guild name change back in the day. What I had to do was I had to get people who were in Atomic Bomb. I said, look, the old guild leader of this guild is harassing me and a couple of the other members to try to get control of the guild back. I said, we're going to make our own, another guild. I'm going to move out with people over there. Hindsight, probably was a stupid idea. Probably should have just threw this guy on ignore. But, again, I was a noob. I had no idea what was going on with any of that situation. So, I did what I thought was best. I got, like, a lot of people to help me make the new guild. Back then, you needed, it wasn't just 4. I think you needed a full 6 different signatures to start your guild, if I remember correctly. Anyway, I got the however many people that were designed to have to do it. And, made another guild. It was called Hurts to PvP. I think I still have screenshots of me in it. I had moved the guild because at that point, raiding never crossed my mind. Never once did I think I was going to raid. So, I was going to be dead set on doing some PvP. Never happened that way, but I did quite a bit of PvP. That's how I got most of my tank set, because back then the differences between PvE and PvP gear were minuscule. There was hardly any difference between them. So I was doing great on that. Anyway, he stopped messaging me afterwards because I had made one of my, I made an alt, I made him the guild leader, and then I kind of abandoned Atomic Bomb for quite a while. Hearts PvP was the new thing. I had it. It was going great. I had the people into it. It was the Atomic Bomb, but focused on PvP under a new banner and a new everything, a new guild name, a new tabard, and new sets of officers. Because at that point, I kind of learned, okay, I gotta have people who manage this guild while I'm not here. If I don't, probably gonna end up losing a lot of people because no one with any authority is on. So it was a whole new system for me, and by this point, it was getting close to the end, in which they were gonna start announcing Wrath of the Lich King. But there's plenty of more drama that happened in between then, which I can save for the next time. Just if anyone who knows me personally happens to watch this thing, when I say drama, I mean Sniper Girl, which was a lovely lady that I met, and let's just say she's a crazy bitch, but you'll find out more about her at some other point. Yeah. So I mean, that was a great first experience for me. I learned a lot. I was a super noob. Like I said, I based most of my decisions off of, shit, Hobbs played a Pally, I wanted to play a Pally. But I like Horde too much. Well, Horde have Pallies because it's BC, so yay. And BC was like, I'm pretty sure BC was the pinnacle of a lot of things that happened for me. because BC, at the end of BC is when I joined. When I joined, that was at the point when which I discovered YouTube, that I wanted to start doing YouTube. That's the point when I started watching Hobbs. That's the point in which I started talking to Tor. Like, everything that's I've been today has come from the BC, from the Burning Crusade, and I'm so grateful for my friend Sin, who many of you have talked to or heard from before on certain videos. I mean, if it wasn't for him telling me, hey, you gotta play this game with me, because he was dead set on me playing this game with him. I did not want to play WoW when I first started. I thought it was a game that you needed a bunch of money to play, and it's really not that way. Even though what I thought was, my initial thought process was, when they said pay to play, I thought if you died in the game, that you had to pay to get your character resurrected. And God's sakes, if Blizzard ever does that, that'd be the time that's when I quit for good, because I die way too much for me to ever want to have to pay for a resurrection of a character. It's good time. It is 12:30. That's why I'm a little bit tired, by the way. But yeah, that was my first ever experience being a guild leader. To this day, I feel like it's shaped me as a person. I feel like that was the point in which, when he came back and he's like, I want my guild back, I had the confidence to tell him, no, you do not get your guild back, because it's not your guild anymore. It is my guild. I am the one who put the work into it. I am the one who did most of the work for it. So you can take you and your guild and shove it up your ass. What level are we? Almost 8 already. I feel like if we were using the heirlooms, we'd probably be around... I'd probably be starting to solo Ragefire by now. If I'm not honest with you. Yeah. I would probably be on Ragefire starting to solo now. This guy's professions are probably going to be leatherworking and skinning. So those are two very boring professions, but skinning is just, it's easy money, more or less. So this guy will either be skinning and leatherworking, or skinning and not skinning, herbing and alchemy. Those are the two small choices I have. The alternative is I can herb and alch, or I can herb and skin. I could have two gathering professions, which in this day and age does not matter. But you know, there's certain things that may or may not matter. So, we've probably been playing for about 45 minutes. 45 minutes or so. Actually, let's do a slash played. Slash played of 36 minutes and 12 seconds. So, we've been recording. Well, I won't say we've been recording for that long. We started recording before, so probably about 38, 40 minutes. We've been kind of dicking around and stuff. If I feel like I'm going to be taking a break, it's going to be to the point where I log out completely, only because I kind of want to, at the end of this, see how long it took with doing this, comparing it to like a one that I do with like heirlooms and stuff at some point. because I probably will be making another hunter at some point on another realm. I won't say what realm that was. Oh, sorry. I won't say what realm that is because no reason. I won't say what realm it is because I don't want to tell you. But yeah, I kind of compare it. I would say I have one to measure up against it already, but that was a monk, and that monk was leveled with BOA and the monk buffs. So I really have no accurate way of telling you if it's equal to heirlooms or not. I think by simple deduction we can already figure out that if you have the heirlooms, you're going to be leveling, what is it? 45. I think it's like 45 to 60% faster. Which, I mean, if you're not crushing quests and stuff, you know, you don't have to worry. If you're just doing dungeon grinding, that's when you want to put on the heirloom gear. But like I said, I'm going to try to do the majority things as quests, and that does not mean I'm going to be doing the entirety of all these quests. It does not mean that at all. What it simply means is that I'm going to be doing the most of my leveling up as a questing type thing. So I figure we got about 40 minutes left of this. I don't know, we actually got probably about 25 to 30 minutes left of my stream for the night. Because as soon as it hits that big old 1 o'clock, I'm gone. I grasped myself. That's great. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff that I would like to do with this character. Like I said, I would end up probably making a hunter my main in this next expansion. My 3 kind of choices, or well, 4 kind of choices, are down to the paladin, the death knight, the hunter, or the demon hunter. I think I'm going to be playing a demon hunter regardless. It suits a playstyle. It's kind of like a combination of a warlock and a rogue. Sneaky, fell magic, demon slaying stuff, cool animations, all that stuff. And again, I'll probably will be streaming most of the Legion stuff. The plan is this year is to kind of hang back a day or so on the leveling. Oh, sorry. To hang back a day or so on the leveling, and then when the servers and everything are all stable, that's when we'll kind of level up. When I stream it, it probably won't be... I'm going to go on a limb and say it won't be the Demon Hunter that I'll be leveling on stream. If I end up keeping this as sort of like my main, then I'll level this hunter up. And he'll be the one that I do the streaming on, while the Demon Hunter will be something that I blaze through, because I'll probably be raiding on the Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter and the Hunter are probably the 2 classes I really want to play as a raider. And again, I'm really excited about the Hunters having a pseudo melee spec that's going to be coming to them. I'm kind of wondering if they'll do the pre-patch like kind of they usually do, like a month or so before they put the pre-patch in, so everybody gets used to the talent system and how it's going to go, and the changes to your classes. For what? Sorry. Okay, it's very late at night, so that's why I'm yawning. I do apologize. What you're probably going to see is a Demon Hunters, or not Demon Hunters, Warlocks probably going to get a huge overhaul in the terms of what they do as a DPS. I think you're going to see a huge improvement and huge removal of a lot of talents and specs that, well, talents and like glyphs and stuff. And the other thing you're probably going to see a lot of is, I don't think it's just going to be the hunter and the warlock that are going to receive a lot of these class overhauls. I think we're going to see a huge overhaul of kind of like everything. Type of deal. And I do apologize for not so much apologize, but kind of let you know that while I'm streaming by myself, I tend to ramble a lot when it comes to what the content the video is about. I kind of mention everything, and then I kind of talk about what my plans are for the stream, the guilds, everything, like kind of my little game plan that I'm going through in my head. So bear with that. And we've got to get a countdown now to 20 minutes before I am heading off. So let's see if we can at least hit level 9 before that time. And if we end up doing that, good on us, because I have no heirlooms. It's so weird not leveling with heirlooms. But, like I said, I want to be leveling like this. It makes it... I'm actually having a blast when it comes to this now, because I'm not blasting through things like I was. Like it's not like a... To me, it's not like a piece of... It's not like a slab of butter with a hot knife. I don't just cut through it. I kind of zigzag my way down through it. It's still kind of frozen a little bit. It's pretty cool. Masita / Greet. Awesome. Oh, Blood's wife / wave. You look like a strong and healthy adventurer. Aye, good elf. You're looking but cold. You are nice. He is not. This is a moon guard. These guys are from Moonguard. I must be off. Fairly well. Alrighty. We're heading in this direction. Oh god. Do I really want to? No, I'm not going to be doing that. Fuck that. I hate the apprentice quests. I really, really do. I never saw a point in doing them. And I don't think I ever will see a point in doing them. The real question is, why is there Death Knight here? Oh, it must be RP again. I kind of... Oh, sorry. Again, very, very late. Well, not very, very late, but late for me. I see a lot of kind of like higher level characters around here, so I'm assuming that they're RPing. I kind of forget that I am on the RP, like, cross-run bonanza right now, so yeah. There's your book. No, I will not be going to see your master. Because I do not want to do that stupid fucking quest where he makes me turn you and his other apprentice into wolves. But it's a very fun quest, and if you ever get a chance to do it and you're really, really bored, go ahead. Maybe I'll come back and do them when I'm a higher level and have... Oh no, I can't even fly. When I have a higher level map. So we're up to Fairbreeze Village. We got the old countdown timer down to 15 minutes. We might kind of end it off here after we pick up all these quests and maybe start doing a couple of them. We've already earned ourselves some lovely, lovely silver. Again, which is completely different on how it was back in the day. You would be very, you would be very hard pressed to find a level 8 with 26 copper or 26 silver. You might see them with 2 silver, but again, mobs drop a lot more nowadays. Those are goods to Silver Moon, so we'll kind of get them. Ranger Serrania. I guess we can accept these. We'll go and do different parts. Yes, Nalagay, you're on TV. Stop spamming me, before I put you on ignore. You always tune in at the last second. That's because Twitch probably doesn't notify you until like 2 hours after I've gone live. Well. Super tired still. I have no idea why I'm even attempting to do any of this tonight. But it's a quick little video and such. Playing heroes. Nice. Nice. That's one. Fly to Silver Moon. I will eventually. Yes, thank you. But you don't tell me what to do, Mr. Flight Master bitch. You're not my real dad. Okay, let's find a bunch of things to kill. When I first joined, Sin warned me that when he started playing, because when Sin started playing, he immediately went to Blood Elves. If I compare myself as being like the Preach, he's my Ghost, because he loves Blood Elves. Most of his characters, like my characters, are Blood Elves. His first character was like kind of like an undead warlock. But then he said when he went to the Blood Elves, he's like, I thought the undead were the ones that were morbid, but the Blood Elves, they cut off everybody's head. And I kind of chuckled. I'm like, oh, that's kind of funny. Like, does it say they just chop off the head? No, you look in your bags, and then there's like heads of like night elves and the head of the dwarf and shit. And I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, hey, dude, they did just cut people's heads off like left and right, willy-nilly. It was really cool. Yeah, he's the Swifty to my Athene. Because he usually mains warrior. He goes, I've re-rolled. I've become a horde warrior. I'm like, okay, cool. 2 months later. I have re-rolled. I am now an alliance warrior. I'm like, okay, cool. I'll make another character or move someone over. Nope. 2 months like after that, I have become a horde warrior. I'm like, okay, I'm done. I'm done. And you're the pally. Yeah. I'm the pally, yes. But, like I said, I kind of want to main the hunter. I've been thinking about it for the past couple of days. I told you the story the other day about how I was kind of thinking about tanking again. I don't want to. I've kind of faced the reality on that one, in which I just say to myself, "Fuck it, I do not want to." I'm gonna go pass in the quest up here first before I even head towards Ethereal's haven. But again, this is the first episode that's going to not go up on YouTube of the old school WoW leveling. And just again, to reiterate, if you're watching at the end of the video, when I say old school WoW leveling, I do not mean on a private server. I do not mean on like a Blizz-like server or anything like that. It is the real game. This is the real finalized version of the game for this moment. And it's just leveling without heirlooms, leveling without getting gold from anybody, leveling without doing the dungeons and stuff. It's kind of like a personal challenge to me to actually get out and do some of the quests. Which I'm really glad I'm deciding to do because I'm having a blast. Only got about 10 minutes until we end the stream, which is also the end of the first episode's video. So, do not alarm when you see that the first episode's gone up. It's like, oh my god, you have 2 leveling series going on. One's with Nalagag, one's without Nalagag. So, it's not like it's going to be that hard to balance the two. Nalagag and I have probably about, I want to say 5 episodes pre-recorded. So, it's not like I'm going to run out of those anytime soon, and I'm kind of just keeping ahead on the uploads. I don't want our leveling episodes to come out right one right after another like they used to. So that's what I'm saying. Dark Wraith. Bam. Just to stress again, when it's like not, it's retail WoW. It's not a private server. It's not an Iron Man challenge. It's a personal Helvanus challenge for myself, in which I do not do the dungeons as a group. Like I don't do dungeons in the group finder. I don't. I'm not gonna sit there and you know, solo rage fire or anything. I don't have heirlooms. You know, different things, right? Like if I had heirlooms and was soloing rage fire and stuff, I'd be almost level 30 by now. So it's not that hard. It is, however, a little bit harder. You have no heirlooms. You're not killing things as fast. You know, it's stuff like that. Bradfisher. Oh, there they go. Collect those things. I haven't done these quests in ages. Like the ones over here in the the Dead Scar. We always skip these. Because when you get the heirlooms, you kind of just run down to Ethereal's haven and or the anchorage place down there, and you just kind of grind on those wretches and do the couple quests that are down there. And bam, you're high level already. This, you kind of have a branching choice. Like, you can go this way, and it takes you closer towards Sulphur Moon and the Dead Scar. And you're in the Dead Scar, and you get used to it for when you go to Ghostlands. Because, my god, the Ghostlands is it's a beast entirely on its own. We're reaching the 5-minute mark. We're going to go on a limb and say we're going to get this and the next quest done. And then that'll be it for this first part of the stream. And I will be heading to Betty Buys because it's almost 1 a.m. But if you did tune in, thank you for watching. And if you're watching on YouTube, again, head on over to the Twitch channel, hit the follow button. You will be notified at some point when the channel goes live, when I'm doing content. My plan is tomorrow to maybe, when I get home from work, we'll kind of settle down and do some, a Steam game, maybe the Game Dev Tycoon. Maybe we'll do a quick little Let's Play, or a little, not Let's Play, but we'll do a little playthrough of Goat Simulator or something. It could literally be anything, or we'll do a little bit more Hearthstone like we did today. I enjoyed starting off the stream with some Hearthstone, so. I remember that quest used to be so hard. Yeah, and we head back down towards the place we came from. God. With the amount of quests we gotta do, I don't know. Those don't give too much. I was gonna say maybe we could try for level 10 before we go to bed, but I'm not gonna try for level 10. We'll just hit level 10 another time. I got bed and work, so kind of can't dirry-darry. Very close, though. By the time we kind of move down towards the Sunsail, Anchorage, or Sethiel's Haven, we'll probably see a level 10 ding, or close to a level 10 ding. See, very close. Yeah. Continue on this way. Because there should be something to pass in down here. Yep. I must be just going to help that lady. Okay. Well, we're going to head down to Sunsail Anchorage. And when we get down there, we will probably be ending at that point. Oh, this is Sethiel's Haven, so we'll go down there first. Bam, 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 bam. Did choose the perfect class to level though. Hunters they have no fear of a quest not being able to be completed because I just get my pet tank. And I haven't decided. I probably will go. Probably either go BM or survival. I'm thinking maybe BM. Huh. Huh? Special reserve. I don't want to go do that, do I? I don't want to go down this way. I don't know. I don't know. But yes, as I say, we are getting here right now, so we're going to end off here. I'm just going to quickly check my bags to see if there's anything that I kind of neglected to put on. Rangers pants and stuff. Alright. Thank you guys for watching. If you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and come over to the Twitch channel so you can subscribe to the Twitch channel. Well, not subscribe to it, but follow the Twitch channel so you know when I go live. Again, the quality, kind of shit. I know. It's simply because the PC is bad. that will be solved eventually, but I just don't have the money for it right now. So we'll see you guys in the next episode. Probably do some Steam games tomorrow, and this will be uploaded to YouTube probably right away as soon as I get off here. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.